Greetings, brothers and sisters. Professor Spear here. It's been a minute, but I'm glad to broadcast and connect with every single one of you. And I'm here because I really need your help. Now, hopefully, the quality of this video is okay. I'm on location in an undisclosed location. I will tell you all about it in the coming weeks. I'll give my report. I've been traveling, but I want to ask for your assistance in getting some feedback on ideas about a mucusless diet healing system and mucus-free lifestyle app, smartphone app. And this, it's come to my attention that not everybody likes to read books. Now, I prefer everybody read all the books, read all the Mucusless Diet Healing System, Rational Fasting, Thus Speaketh the Stomach, Definite Cure for Chronic Constipation, Physical Fitness. Read all of them. Throw in Spirit Speaks. I love reading. I love promoting reading. But some people just want to know what to eat. Just give me a menu plan that's made for me, and have it little notification on my phone. It's like, it's 9 o'clock, do your enema. It's 12 o'clock, go make your salad, that kind of thing. So understand that. And I want to develop a revolutionary diet app that blows all this other nonsense out the water. All these keto apps. I did a search, and there's keto apps that have millions of downloads on them, all this ridiculousness. And we need the Mucusless Diet app. This needs to be the next big thing in terms of this. I mean, it's always been the big thing. But in terms of the mainstream society, they need to hear about it too. Because all of us smart folks that are open-minded enough and kind of on the fringes and find these things, we know this stuff. But a lot of the mainstream folks that have those kind of value system and desirability and stuff like that, we don't. Up until now, it's hard for us to fit into that. It's just we're out here. It's Mucusless Diet Healing System. This shuts all of that down. Every bit of that. All of those people spend millions of dollars learning to get nutrition. Go study to be nutritionists and get the degrees and to go be medical practitioners and all this kind of stuff. And the ones that wake up find us. I'm working. We got, medical doctors and nurses and all kinds of people that read the Mucusless Diet Healing System book and quit their job. Be like, okay, I apologize. I was wrong. This is what we need to be doing in terms of healing people, trying to put the world back together, put humanity back together. We're sick. This is not normal. This should not be normality. This is ridiculous. So in the comment, or not, well, I'm about to do a comment if I can figure it out. But there is let me see here, post a comment. So I'm testing this out. I'm doing this entire live using this and broadcasting it using some software, and so I want to see how this does. But I just posted in the comment section a link to a survey, and it just take you like 2 to 3 minutes to do this survey, and there's some questions in there about the app, and I want to hear from you. I want to know what kind of stuff would you like in an app. If maybe you've used meditation apps before, or you've used those kinds of things. I want to know what could we add or put into our app that would help you out. Could be some mucus-free hypnosis sessions. I got some of those on the channel. A lot of people don't know about them on the YouTube channel because they were posted years ago before anybody really knew anything about us. But then people check it out and they're like, oh wow, I like that. So those kind of resources, I want to chalk the app full of just useful resources that can help you really take everything to the next level. Take your entire dietary experience, everything to the next level. What's going on, my man Sam? How you doing, man? Good to see you on here. Good to see you, Ziggy. What's happening? Audrey, what's going on? Appreciate you guys tuning in on this live here. This out of nowhere live, and again, I hope that the quality is coming through pretty good. I'll find out later. Like, it looks good in my little monitor, but we'll see what actually comes through. But yeah, so the other thing I wanted to mention while I was on here, Arid Day Celebration 2021 is scheduled. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be July 31st and August 1st in Columbus, Ohio. Put it down on the calendar, get it ready, because the tickets haven't dropped yet. In the next several weeks, we'll have the early bird tickets we'll make available, and you'll want to get the ticket as soon as possible, because I have a feeling this thing is going to sell out, and I think it's going to sell out soon, quick, because I'm getting so many emails. I'm getting so many people asking about, is there a day going on? When is it? What's going on? It's July 31st, August 1st. The early bird tickets, once they drop, you want to jump on it, because there's only going to be a limited number of the early bird tickets at that price, because we have to, I want the tickets to be as reasonable as possible, because I want everybody to be able to come, and at the same time, we got, to do what we want to do, we have to bring in a little money to be able to deal with what we want to do, to really bring you guys a wonderful program for the Arid Day. And so that's, just stay tuned. I'll be coming out here and making videos and talking about that once we drop the early bird. All set. Also check, I put some more information in the newsletter. If you are a member of the Mucus-free Life Insiders Club, check your email, check your spam, just in case, because a lot of people, our stuff ends up in their spam folder. So you got to, if you take it, move it into your inbox and then kind of whitelist, then you might be able to get all of our emails, so you don't miss a thing. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to Arid Day this year. I mean, we had so much fun in 2019. Last year, we were about to blow the roof off the sucker. We was about to just take it to a whole different level. Would have blown everybody's minds with what we had planned. Then pandemic strikes again, hit, and it just was at a point where people still wanted to come and hang out, but we were like, man, we don't want to do a half measure from what we had wanted to do. We didn't want to just, do a half measure. We wanted to look, okay, we'll cancel it this year, and then next year, regardless of what's going on, we're going to have it. So even if something else goes down, we're still going to have it, even if it ends up being in my backyard. But right now, we got a shelter house at a beautiful park that's it's already bought and paid for those dates. I've dealt with, I looked into the stuff to make sure they weren't going to try to make us wear masks and that kind of stuff. So, because that ain't happening, so that's not, that's not a mandate or anything, I guess. And who knows what'll be happening by that time. But I want if they were to do something like that, I'm like, nah, we're going somewhere else, and I want my money back. But I don't think it's going down like that. It looks like they were just saying, well, we encourage you, but nobody's monitoring that. So that was the main thing that was really important to me, was like, hey man, we are not into the face mask thing. And because it's like, we're talking about, let's put down the pig intestines and the goat stomach, stop eating this mess, stop eating the feces, man. It's crazy. I guess I'm in an undisclosed location, but I'm in a place where every place you go, they're taking your temperature. They taking your temperature. They trying to spray you down with hand sanitizer. And I'm like, whoa, this is what I know people are going through in places like New York and California, Hawaii, and that kind of stuff. That is really nutty, and I'm not into it. And so, and even if you had to use a restroom, I had to use a restroom at a Burger or a Murder King, and they were oh, make sure you get your hand sanitizer, get your face mask, this kind of stuff. And it's like, man, you guys are serving people feces. on a bun, feces on a bun, and you're worried about people wearing a face mask and putting on some, some hand sanitizer. It's silly out here. It's ridiculous, but that's why is we got to come together. I mean, we're starting to talk really seriously about the Arid Village. We're working on that. We got, the research and development team. We've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I love what we do with that group. I mean, really love it because it's really is like a graduate. It's like graduate school, like research projects, that we're working on in there. And so we've been making some moves, and yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, and you definitely want to stay tuned. And what's going on? Nikita, thank you. And Mimi, thank you for letting me know I'm coming through clear. Yeah, glad to hear things are going good, Sam. And what's going on, Karen? Matthew says you still need to be added to the group. Okay, send me an email. If you go to mucus-freelife.com in the contact section, shoot an email, and I'll make sure to get that in there, because sometimes we get a lot of people that try to get in the group, and we're kind of, we're slow to put people in because we don't want it to get too big too fast, and then have a lot of people in there that really don't know anything about the Mucusless diet. But I'll get you in there. Just shoot an email. We'll get you up in there. Let's see. Rhonda Cooper says, indeed. And Lashley TDTV, thumbs up. And where am I? That's the secret. I'm in an undisclosed location, but I'm gonna have some videos coming out about this spot and about my trips. Once I do return home, I will be talking about I've learned a lot, the things I've been learning, because I'm always analyzing, I'm always observing and analyzing and really trying to take things in and try to understand on a deeper level, not just on the surface level, but to understand things on a deeper level. And so I have some insights that I definitely want to share with you. And there's some on my YouTube channel. There's going to be some new videos that I already made. I just haven't made them go live yet, but I did some mobile juicing video where I took a juicer out in the middle of a park, and I figured out a way to be able to power the juicer that I have, the new juicer I have, how to power that. And so I took all this stuff out in the middle of not the woods. This one wasn't the woods. This was a park. But that's going to be coming. Did kind of like a little Airbnb juicing video and food prep video. I actually made a cooked food like thing, which I don't think I've ever posted one of those. But that's going to be something like a quintessential mucusless diet meal that everybody that's real serious about this should know about. That's going to be coming out. So it's got a lot of fun things, a lot of stuff that's coming down the pike. And but right now, again, I'm going to post up the link to the survey, and I could really appreciate your feedback on. Let's see, it's posting up. Really appreciate your feedback on that. That'll help us out a lot, because the app is for you. It's for you, and I think it can really be helpful. And they're so much more popular than I even realized when I started doing searches to research for it. And I'm like, wow, these things have just blew up. Like, people are really into these. And when I started looking at them, like, okay, I see exactly how I can start to adapt the information and the principles and the practice of the mucusless diet in app formats, and to just help, just to, I love that, like, the notifications feature, because we're so connected to our phones, and to have that, inspirational quote pop up that just get your day started nice. Like, a quote from Arnold Ehret, or, don't be hard on yourself, reminder, something like that. Of course, you'd be able to turn those notifications off if you don't want them. But that's the thing. It's just gonna be a classic app. So yeah, definitely click that link. Love to hear your feedback, your ideas. You know, app name. You know, we're chewing on that. Other different ways to hook things up, and the coaching program, which is gonna. That's another thing I've been working on really for the past few months, and I haven't dropped it yet, but I'm gonna be dropping it soon. And so you'll want to take whenever you see me announce a webinar, free webinar, you want to be on that webinar, because that's how you'll get to the coaching, if that's something that you're interested in. And I get messages about that almost every day of people wanting coaching. So it's coming. I want to put a serious program together, and it's not just going to be whatever messing around. It's like, no, we're going to have a real serious program. And so I really want people to be able to do this the right way, man. You know, I'm seeing and observing people not really practicing the diet the right way. You know, it's like they might read the book, but they're still trying to do all these, you know, put all these different things together, and it doesn't work. You know, they'll be like, okay, they came from the keto, or they're like raw food over here in the vegan. So they try to put this mishmash and bring that over to the Mucusless diet, and it just doesn't work. There's a real specific way to practice the Mucusless diet that I think might have to be taught by, you know, by Brother Air, because I learned it, you know, directly from Brother Air. And I read the book a bunch of times, but there were certain things in terms of the meal planning and meal prep and that kind of stuff that I really gained a lot from the mentors that I was around, plugging into with the Mucusless diet. And so I want to be able to recreate that kind of experience 2021 for other people and beyond, you know, for other people who are really serious about the Mucusless Diet Healing System. Like I say, it's not a foodless diet. It's not a run of the mill. We're not over here counting calories. We're not trying to count nutrients and all this kind of stuff. We are trying to transform our bloodstream and recreate ourselves, recreate who we are, and get in tune with our ancestry by moving forward. That's the only way you can get in tune with your ancestors, by way of your blood, by cleaning up your blood. It's like a time machine. It's like you going back in time physiologically when you do this right. But it's about that gradual, you know, I always had to talk about transition. It's always about transition, because people are so, you know, trying to be so hard on themselves by, you know, they like putting themselves on these, like, okay, it's got to be like this. It gotta be all 100% mucus-free, 100% raw. I gotta do this, and it's like they putting this pressure in the wrong places. Because believe me, I love pressure. You got to understand it. See, the thing is, Mother Nature, when you get on the path, like you're gonna have enough pressure. You don't have to add extra like pressure. You're by yourself. You know, you're physiologically, and the stuff that we've done to ourselves, there's gonna be plenty of pressure. You know, that's you. That's just the universe will put upon you when it sees that you're trying to do this work, and so you don't need to add no more to it. That's not gonna help anything. And let's see, Sam said, "Are you aware why Kemetic culture and knowledge?" Yeah. I mean, I spent years where I was studying a lot of the esoteric histories from, you know, Kemetic and just all around the world, you know, and a lot of that stuff I internalized it, and then I understand things. You know, I'm at a point now where I understand things. I'm happy with how I understand what I understand, you know, and I know who I am, because that's the path I was on. I was trying to figure out, okay, who am I? Why am I? What have I done? You know, what have we done as a species? And so, yeah, studying all those different principles of all the greatest, trying to seek out the best wisdom that we have. And they always lacked the one thing that we're trying to bring to the table, which is information about the Mucusless diet and a transitional methodology to be able to come back to reality, come back home. But and that tends to be what's missing in all of these traditions. There's little hints of it, and there's little little humans eating nothing but fruit in Genesis 1:20. Oh, Buddha was doing all this fasting. It's like you can find in the different traditions where, because the truth is the truth is the truth. So that's gonna be there. And they pay a lot of respect to the ancestors. Yeah, a lot of those. Yeah, the Yoruba and a lot of the African traditions. Very much, and some Eastern traditions as well. But yeah, definitely some of those African traditions very connected to the ancestors. And so for me, it's like it's that you can reach out to them physiologically through your blood. So it's like, instead of using voice to try to invoke their and invite their essence and their spirit, it's understanding that you are them, but you are becoming more and more disconnected from them with every bite of pus and mucus that you put into your mouth. And so, but with every bite of mucus-free and cleaning yourself out, you are getting closer and closer to merging with your ancestors. So so we kind of it's in that neighborhood, but this is like a different kind of understanding, that the Mucusless diet brings to the table, where it's like, we want to learn as much as we can from the ancestors, but we also want to learn the good and the bad, and we want to learn what not to do. So and help them, physiologically. And so but that gets into pretty deep deep philosophical discussion, which I love, but I don't want to get too far out there for this. But thank you, Ziggy, for completing the questionnaire. Truly appreciate that. And so I don't want to go on too long with this. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody, let you know, Arid Day Celebration, July 31st, August 1st in Columbus, Ohio. And we'll probably hang out a little bit. I mean, if people get here on that Friday, we'll have some kind of, maybe not, we all might not be there, but like we'll organize some kind of little get together for people that's coming in town to kind of make it, a little bit longer, the three day type of vibe. But the event materials is going to be Saturday, and then Saturday and Sunday we'll have things planned out. So and then the Mucus-free app, check that out. And check out the survey. Really appreciate everybody. Oh yeah, and I see we got a bunch of people have been responding to the survey, so I really definitely appreciate that. Only take a couple minutes, and it'll really help us out with that. So I thank you so much for tuning in. And I know it's been a little while. I took a little break because I had some videos coming out, and then I know it had been a couple weeks since I posted something. And sometimes when I'm traveling or when I'm kind of out, there are periods where I like to just shut off social media, get into my meditative mode, spend time with people that I want to hang out with, and really give that full attention, where I'm not having this divided attention between messing around with social media. And then, I want to enjoy. I mean, it's deep, man, because it's like sometimes I want to enjoy life like it's 1985. You know what I mean? Before phones, and I'm glad I'm old enough to know what that experience is like. But before cell phones, before the internet, before people expected that you could call and get a hold of people or send a text message. I don't like a lot of that. I mean, it's like I'm using it for the mission, but at the end of the day, I mean, if I wasn't doing this, I bet I wouldn't even have a smartphone. I'd have a phone at home, or if I had a smartphone, I wouldn't have a phone plan. It's like, if you want to get a hold of me, you got to call and leave a message on a cassette tape. You leave a message on the cassette tape thing, those old answering machines, the old school was like a little cassette tape. You got to leave a message on that, and then I get back with you in several days type of. I mean, that's my vibe. I don't really like that, the text, and you got to get back right away and call this and that. That's, in terms of communication, that's not really, that's not super fun for me. But anyway, but that's what I'm saying. So I have the ability. Like, some people can't do it, but I generally have the ability to kind of shut it down to the point where it's closer to 1985 in my world, for that moment of time. But then I always come back here because we got work to do. We got a mission, and there's a lot of people. There's so many people, man. I mean, I go out, and part of my travels is get the insights and to go and just see so many people suffering needlessly that don't have to suffer. I mean, not like that. We're going to suffer because we're, to a certain extent, because we're trying to heal ourselves. We're trying to put together humanity back together again. But we don't have to suffer in the way that most people suffer, physiologically. Like, we don't have to go through a lot of this pain. And so I've always wanted to be able to make this information available so that people can make the decision themselves. They can make the choice to let go of that other reality and explore something new, or stay where they're at, and that's fine. But at least you had that opportunity and that choice that someone gave me. Someone shared with me some information that transformed my life and my health. And so I want to essentially do the same thing and share this with other people. And if it helps them, beautiful. But if they're not ready or not interested, that's cool too. It's all good. So Rhonda says, I'd like to see the development of a hands-on program for the Mucus's way to health. I'm so overjoyed to have Sister Dakoa in my circle as a living tree of knowledge. Yeah, Takora, she's on a whole different level. You know what I mean? She, a whole different level, man. That was a fun live we did several. What is that? Months? It was a couple months ago now. Feels like it's a couple weeks, but yeah, we had that live. Takora's always dropping some gems. Most definitely. Dawn says, yes, this app would be amazing. Do it. Do it now. Most definitely. And as quiet as it's kept, I'd like to get the app out by Arid Day Celebration. That would be to kind of release it at Arid Day Celebration. That's the initial goal, but don't hold me to that because it might end up not coming out until the fall. We'll see. But yeah, we definitely want to get it out as soon as possible. So again, I thank you so much for tuning in. Go down below, click the link, share your thoughts. I also got some information about the past. If you want to check out the videos from the past couple years of the Arid Day Celebration, the link to be able to get that is down below. And just plug in. If you want to sign up for the Insiders Club and you're not signed up yet, go to mucus-freelife.com, sign up, and yeah, just stay plugged in. So until next time, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Peace, love, and breath.